Hello everybody, Xyno here, and we're going to talk, camera shake, we're going to talk about the Xbox Series X, or what I would like to call it, this Xbox. So, people are all up in flames, I think, that's what I've been seeing on social media anyway, about the external storage option for this Xbox. So, a lot of people don't like it, and I don't understand why. You just saw my demonstration with the N64 controller there. That's a memory card. That's what we used to save games on back then. And in my head, back when the Xbox Series X got announced and they showed it off for a millisecond of the expandable storage, I was like, yes, memory cards are making a comeback, and that is amazing. This is awesome, and it's a lot cooler than a stupid little external drive you buy from like Best Buy and stuff like that, for multiple purposes, and I want to talk about the reasons why I like it, and I don't know why other people don't, because if there's literally like little downside other than the fact that it's probably going to be a little more expensive, but it's SSD. It's a solid state drive. They're designed to load fast, and there's a reason why they're not letting you load Xbox Series X games with a traditional hard drive. They're just too darn slow. They let you use them for older games, but it's very unconventional. It sticks outside of the console like in a horrible way with a long little cord. It's aesthetically not pleasing, but those aren't the reasons why I like the little memory card SSD slot that they're coming out with, because it's literally like a way to store your game. They're like, I wouldn't say memory card, what do you call them? Cartridges. You know, back when the Nintendo DS, the N64, they were all all games came on cartridges. They loaded fast, and they were a conventional way you played video games. Well, now we're getting writable cartridges, and that's pretty darn cool, because you can almost organize the games you want in ways, especially if you have the money to buy multiple SSD cards to store all your games on. And the fact that the Xbox Series X is backwards compatible with almost the entire Xbox library. Not all of it, but most of it. You can almost section off different memory cards for different kinds of games that you've owned digitally. So let's say you have your Xbox One titles saved on your SSD. You get 1 terabyte SSD. You can store a couple of your favorite games on it, like Forza 6, maybe Gears of War on there, and you can label it like, this is my Xbox One Games 1, or this has these games on it, and you can go store it on your shelf or in your living room or wherever you want to put it. Under the console, who cares? It's storage. But then you have your current gen games stored in the internal hard drive, and then you want your Xbox 360 backwards compatible games, whoosh, just whip out another those little Seagate SSD portable drives. You can label it, boom, and they're hot swappable. Like that, I know technically SSDs are hot swappable too if you know what you're doing with a PC, but this is like easy mode hot swap. You don't have to fiddle with SATA cables, power cables. It's literally you just shove it in the back of the console and it detects it, and you can run and play your games. You know, oh crap, all the boys are dropping on Modern Warfare and Warzone tonight. Well, damn it, it's not in my internal storage, but ooh, thank God I have it on my SSD. You know, I'll just stop playing Forza 8 or whatever's going to be showcased. By the way, this recording was recorded before the Xbox showcase. That'll probably be happening later this morning. This is like 4 o'clock in the morning now. And I don't know why I'm doing this. This is what I do when I'm trying to tell people secrets that aren't very secretive. But you get what I'm saying. I think they're a very good, conventional, modern way to make sure storage is on the up and up. The only thing people are probably complaining about is the amount of storage the Xbox Series X isn't. The amount you're getting when you buy it isn't significant enough for you to warrant like a purchase, because that's probably why they're keeping the cost down. They're not giving you as much storage as you would need to for current gen games, because current gen games are getting almost over 100 gigabytes for an install. I mean, look at Modern Warfare. If you just own Warzone, that's like an 80 to 100 gigabyte game. If you own the campaign, the co-op, the survival, the multiplayer, the Warzone, the whole game, that's 200 and something gigabytes for the PC version at least. That's insane. Well, with these little SSD drives, you can just, oh, they're going to play a different game? It's almost like literally cartridges. Oh man, I hold Mario 64, Super Smash Bros., Mario Party 2 on this cartridge. Just load it in and pick what you want to play. I find that very alluring and really cool, and I wish to a certain extent that PC would have an easier way to hot swap SSDs and have like almost like a PCI slot in the back that utilizes this kind of technology, because technically this is an Xbox Series X proprietary technology. They're using this PCB motherboard slots and they're utilizing it into a way to where you can put it in their own port in the back of the console and just plug in a memory card, a cartridge, an SSD slot, and load the games on it right off the bat. If they were able to sell this for a PC market, that would be so neat, and is kind of one reason why I really want to get an Xbox Series X, so I can load and backlog all of my Xbox One or my Xbox owned games. I hate their naming conventions so much, because you just all their Xbox games and put them on those cartridges and organize them accordingly. Now, if they're like $200 for a terabyte, then it's going to take a lot for me to want to buy them or wait till they're on sale. But if they're relatively cheap and the speeds still match like current SSDs, not M.2s, because those would be insane. I bet they could do it, but even normal SSDs, they match the load times in these little cartridges. I almost want to get it now, because they're almost literally this big. This is the N64 memory card slot. It's not going to be in focus. I don't have it set to focus, but they're just this big, and you just put it in the console, and it works. And I just can't. It's like I'm fanboying over it. It's amazing technology that finally fits today's age again, because over gaming growing over time, went from really low, like slow loading, high capacity floppy disks. They were high capacity at the time. And then we went to cartridges, which were medium sized storage devices that loaded instantly as soon as you put it in for the time. And then we went to CDs because we wanted more capacity and more content in our games. You had to really fight it with loading, and that was like the PlayStation 1 and Sega Saturn era. And then we evolved to DVDs. They didn't load as fast, but they held 4.7 gigabytes, and then you could dual layer it for 8 gigabytes and up the game sizes installed. And over the next 10 years, it kept going on, and we just stuck with the slow loading versions to help offset the capacity. But now finally storage is getting cheap enough to the point where you can hold terabytes, and something this tiny, even tinier. Phones, you can get little SD cards that are like this big, and they have 512 gigabytes, a terabyte, 2 terabytes, and they're no bigger than your thumb, and they have the read and write speeds of cartridges now. And that's insane, and it's so cool to finally see these guys make a comeback in a new technological format. And we're going to be utilizing them to the new degree. Now, I don't even know what Sony's doing in terms of their storage solution. Honestly, I haven't done enough research to care, because Xbox One, the Xbox Series Xbox S, Xbox X box showed it off like as soon as they unveiled the console, and that was cool. It got me intrigued. It made me want to learn more. The PlayStation 5 got revealed. They showed games, but they just showed the console. They showed the Kaiba's vest design. They didn't even show the back ports. I'm intrigued, but they don't have information on it, so I can't go look it up. Xbox has got me hooked right now, and I'm super excited to see what games they're going to unveil, because this is it. This is when Forza 8 needs to be revealed, so it can finally be on a new current-gen racing game. Anyway, yeah, reasons why I think this is cool. I delved into a lot of nonsense in this video. I hope you guys stuck around till the end. I can't wait to see how they're going to utilize this more. Hopefully it's only going to be like $80 for one of these. I think 80 is a good middle ground, because you can buy a terabyte SSD for like 110, and they used to be cheaper, but a terabyte for a cool cartridge game holder would be dope. But anyway, hope I entertained you guys. Hope you guys maybe got you hyped up for the Xbox stuff. Who knows? This might be relevant for the next 15 minutes, because by the time the announcement comes out, they'll unveil new information that maybe completely negates what I was talking about, or hypes it up even better. Who knows? I just felt like making a video on this. Honestly, I delayed it long enough, and I'm still ratting on to the end of the video. But hope you guys enjoy the video. Xyno's off to make another video. That's not vlogging. Maybe, probably not. Whatever. Anyway, I'm out of here. See you guys later. Yes, I do this a lot. I do this a lot before I do anything with recording, and you will not judge me on it, because I bet you do it too.